Hey, this is Rick from Closed Probate. Frequent question that I get is how to borrow when you're the successor trustee of an irrevocable trust. That seems to create a lot of havoc out there in the marketplace when you go to your bank and you say, hey, I want to borrow on my parents' property, and the banker says, you don't want to do what? Because banks don't make loans on trust-owned property, let alone estate-owned property or in a conservatorship or guardianship. Lord knows in a receivership either, when the courts have taken over the case. So what you want to be able to do as successor trustee is to be able to demonstrate to me or someone else how you have come into power. Best way to do that is have a copy of the entire trust to show who was the settlor, that's the person who created the trust, and to be able to show how you came into power as the successor trustee. And you'll do that by providing a copy of the death certificate as well as the entire trust and the full documentation to show how that came into being. So in the trust there should also be a powers page somewhere buried in the middle of the trust. Hopefully, if it's a long one, there's a table of contents, but you should see the powers of the trustee or successor trustee. Sometimes successor trustees are not the first ones that are named in the trust, and sometimes trustees are removed by the courts. And so if you are in fact somebody who has been substituted in as a new trustee and is not named in the trust, we'll need to see documentation from a court in terms of a court order. There may have been some skirmishes involving a dispute or even litigation that took away someone else's power because they weren't taking any action or taking the wrong kind of action, like running off with the money or trying to sell the property and not tell you. Or they just were not able to act because their capacity was diminished because of their own sickness, or they resigned, or occasionally successor trustee dies too. So we want to make it as easy as possible for you to walk through this, and those are the main documents you want to start with. If you review those documents, you'll determine how you can describe to us exactly how you came into power, and we're more than happy to help you do that, reminding you that we are neither tax advisors or attorneys. This has been Rick Harmon from Closed Probate. We're looking forward to working with you soon.